Hi, I'm Russ Schafer with Denison Yachting. I'm here in Fort Lauderdale, Florida to take you on board Illusion, a 2004 87 Johnson motor yacht. Many professionals feel Johnson was ahead of their time when they designed this yacht, and you can see this clearly illustrated in her prominent features. A great example of this is the forward deck house design with its wrapping windows. Not only has her exterior design aged gracefully, but her brand new paint job and ceramic coating assure that she will look good for years to come. But it's not just her profile that makes this 87 jump out at you. Her interior is just as glamorous. Almost all the soft goods and the majority of the carpentry has been replaced or refreshed. Illusion's next owner will reap all the benefits of her current owner's significant investments in this gorgeous luxury motor yacht. There are three factors that separate this yacht from the competition. First, she has an on-deck master. For a 90-foot yacht, that is very uncommon. The master offers 270 degrees of visibility with a split-level layout. The second thing I want to point out is her beam. At almost 24 feet, it gives this yacht a much larger feel. The third feature I'd like to point out before today's walkthrough is her bow pad. It's spacious enough for over a dozen of your friends and family to enjoy. Many builders today are focusing on entertaining on the bow because it is such a great location. We're going to kick things off aft on the stern. If the stern was the only thing you could see, you'd probably imagine her being somewhere around 100 feet. The combination of high-grade hardware and her beam make for a substantial swim platform. It features teak underfoot with decorative stainless stanchions aft. Back here are your shore power hookups, as well as connection point for filling up dive tanks. Now let's step into the lazarette. Down here is plenty of storage for water toys, lines, and fenders. The port side is primarily for storage. The starboard side is where you'll see her Brownie's third lung dive compressor, as well as her shore power cable reel. Continuing forward brings us to the crew area of the yacht. First to port is the captain's cabin with its own head and shower. There's a second crew cabin that sleeps two with a bunk layout, and again it has an ensuite with shower. Next up is the crew living area. To port is a dinette. Centerline is cabinet storage with a sink. Facing the port now, we see the ship's laundry center. Continuing forward from here brings us to the engine room. And here are her twin MTU 12V2000s. Outboard of the engines are Northern Lights generators, each generating 32 kW. There's also an 800 gallon per day water maker. When Illusion is underway at her slow cruising speed of 10 knots, her engines sip fuel at about 18 gallons per hour combined. Her top speed is around 17 knots. Next, let's shift gears from performance to luxury and pick up on the aft deck. The centerpiece of this space is a plush U-shaped dinette wrapping around a pair of hardwood tables. A space like this is going to get a lot of use due to the fact that it's covered by a molded hardtop with integrated LED lighting and speakers. Facing forward, there's a storage locker on the port side as well as a TV. Forward and to the starboard is a sink with a fridge below. On the aft starboard corner of the aft deck is the ship's third helm station. A boat this size can easily fit into the back waterways of the ICW, and given the yacht's beam, an aft helm like this makes docking easy work. A benefit of this wide beam are the walk-around side decks that lead forward on both sides of the superstructure. Taking the starboard side deck forward, I want to show you the foredeck. A handful of weeks ago, the owner had my family and a few other guests on board. Every single one of us came to the same conclusion. The impressive centerline sun pad is the place to be. Capable of accommodating over a dozen guests, this is the best seat in the house to cruise the ICW and check out the Christmas light displays of Fort Lauderdale's most impressive houses. Forward is her ground tackle. With a pair of windlasses and twin anchors, this yacht is fully equipped for weekends at anchor. I know from personal experience that being underway on this '87 Johnson is a surreal experience. But my love for this yacht doesn't stop with her impressive profile. It only grows as you take your first steps inside. That said, follow me into the salon. There are no two ways about it. This salon is huge and makes a great first impression as to what you should expect throughout the rest of the interior portion of our walkthrough. First, we have the living area that has space for seating 8. This is likely going to be where you get lost in conversation or watch football all Sunday long on the salon's TV. The salon is outfitted with electric shades that raise and lower at the touch of a button, making afternoon movies a guest favorite when not out in the sun. Continuing forward is the formal dining. The dining table has seating for 8. Outboard is storage for dinnerware. Forward on the port side is the galley. It's equipped with stainless appliances, granite countertops, and up for almost any culinary challenge. Aft is a side-by-side fridge freezer. There's also a 4-burner cooktop, microwave, and twin sink basin. Below the counters is a trash compactor, dishwasher, and over and under ovens. There's even access to the side deck. Leaving the galley, let's head into the main foyer where we first arrive at the powder room. For now, let's step into the Master Stateroom. How incredible is this? One of the biggest benefits of the on-deck Master is the volume, and the other benefit is the view. The windows are also equipped with electric shades in the event that you want to sleep in a little bit later. Centerline is a king berth that faces forward. On the starboard side is a vanity with storage. On the port side is another practical area. The berth faces a cabinet where the TV electrically hides away. Forward of the entertainment center is a step-down ensuite that I absolutely love. It has everything. His and hers vanities that are placed on either side of the centerline shower. On the starboard side is a stall with a head, and on the opposite side is a walk-in cedar-lined closet. Facing aft, we can see a small bar area. Finally, underfoot is every grandkid's dream. A secret compartment offering extra storage below the ensuite marble floor. Leaving here, let's take the stairs down from the foyer and make our way into the starboard guest stateroom. This cabin features a double berth with plenty of open floor space. Inboard is a built-in desk area. Facing forward, we see the entrance to the ensuite with a shower stall. Across the companionway is another guest stateroom with twin berths separated by a nightstand. The kids are going to love hanging out here. This suite, as well as the last, have hanging lockers. Forward is an ensuite. The final guest accommodation is forward, the VIP or second master. Look at how much space there is. Centerline is a king berth. To port is a vanity and a ton of storage. On the starboard side is even more storage, a love seat, and huge wardrobe. Aft is the ensuite. Leaving the lower level, let's step up into the wheelhouse. With the same radial window configuration as the Master, your captain will not want for visibility. A pair of leather helm seats face the ship's navigation. To go into a little detail on what this helm is equipped with, let's start on the port side. Here we see a pair of Simrad autopilots with a VHF radio below. Next to this is a Raymarine Tri-Data display. Centerline are a pair of monitors that can serve as a place to check in on the yacht's camera system. Between these are a pair of engine monitors. Next up is her radar control. In front of the wheel are a pair of windlass controls and the monitor for your ABT track stabilizers. On the starboard side are the engine controls as well as a bow and stern thruster joystick. Finally, we get a Garmin 7612 GPS map and radar unit. Aft of the helm seats is a large L-shaped seating area. Outboard of this is a comfortable bed for the captain on those long nights at sea. Leaving here, let's move to the Flybridge. Perhaps the biggest selling point of this 87 Johnson is her open Flybridge. Right now, it's enclosed, which really helped on this morning's chilly and windy sea trial. Forward is the upper helm with 3 helm seats. Everything you need to run this yacht is found right here, as well as the lower helm. After the helm is a wet bar surrounded by bar stools. Behind the bar are a pair of stainless propane grills. Under the countertop is a refrigerator with ice maker, and across the way is a freezer. This wet bar is opposite of a huge dinette with wrapping seating and a high-low table. Stepping outside, we arrive at the bridge deck aft. Underfoot on this entire level is a great all-weather mat. It cuts down on the glare, on scuffs, and it is cooler to the touch than exposed fiberglass. As you see it, this area is configured for a pair of jet skis and the davit that raises and lowers them. However, once you offload the jet skis, this is a dreamy place to set out some chairs or towels and drink in the sun. On behalf of Denison Yachting and myself, Russ Schafer, I'd like to thank you for joining us on today's walkthrough. Should you have any questions or would like to schedule an appointment, please contact us.